NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Thanks to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Let's go.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Call that a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
This will be complete to Mechie.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's second down.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he's able to get in there and make a great play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That's going to hurt a bit, because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Past midfield, look out. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run.
And the Colts have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second and 9 now.
He gets this one to Mechie. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Let's go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready?
He'll look to throw.
And yet again, it's Howard with a catch.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Monarchs are able to move back in front.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And able to get this to the 31.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Okwuegbunam.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The play action fake, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Albert Okwuegbunam.
A 20-yard touchdown as they have taken the lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, trying to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard.
2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Back to throw now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 1. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darren Stingley picks it.
And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Christian Harris.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Touchdown! John Mechie from 13 yards out. And the Monarchs have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. They'll try to run with Swift. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
So no gain on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here's second and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. To throw here. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Rodney Thomas gets to him for the stop.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
Yeah, a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked up.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Steps away. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He gets it to Cooks. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
He'll look to throw.
Sees Howard near the sideline, and he's got it.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the 2nd half, doesn't it?
It really does. And now you give your team a more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Pass complete to Taylor.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Back to throw.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
Hey, you got your 1st down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This from long, very long range. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can...
And he lost the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Room here to run.
Down inside the 10.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So it's a win here for the Colts, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.
So for the Colts, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.